Yeah, I've had my windows open all day, like all day and night, and I'm surprised that there are not that many bugs. I do have like these black big curtains you've probably seen.
Yeah.
They're basically just to block out the sunlight, so this is a perfect man cave for me to play in. But they're also black, so they soak up the sunlight and the heat into them, even though they're supposed to neutralize the heat a little bit. They're a big reason why my temperature is so high in this apartment. But at least I don't get sunlight, so it's a bit easier here. But you know, you're living at a lake, at a cottage, so there's obviously going to be all kinds of bugs flying in. We got a semi type of bug here with Batrider. So yes, I like the way TP are thinking. The heroes that are going for lane winning heroes and early mid game potential. Batrider also scales with his ulti pretty well to the late game if EG does not pick a support that plays defensive, and I'm not sure if EG want to take that approach by countering the Batrider here with LC, Abaddon, Oracle, one of those three heroes to go for. And they're going to go with the Rubik for now. So yes, I like it. They don't want to go defensive. They'll let them have the Batrider. They'll let you play your game. We have our own strat in mind. So we're not answering your picks. They're forcing Thunder Predator to react to that fourth pick that EG's going to pull out. And there's the Mars you've been asking for.
I have been asking for this exact pick. I was wondering if it was going to happen. And when I saw the Monkey King, I thought about it. And then a really big mosquito flew into my screen. Anyway, I also like this Mars just because this diversifies their lockdown. As you can see, this is a super lockdown heavy lineup on Thunder Predator. But Kunkka and Batrider are very... Hold that one, by the way. Kunkka and Batrider are very single target. So in order to not get caught in the same kind of trap that it did the first game, they're splitting it up now. They've got the single target control, Kunkka Batrider. They've got the AoE control, Jakiro Mars. All they need now is damage, and they've got the last pick to do that with.
10 seconds to pick.
Yeah, they picked themselves a hero that is most likely going to be played as a core, so we're probably going to see a pause 3 offlane Abaddon that doesn't care if he gets lassoed, and if his ally gets lassoed, he's usually somewhere nearby the person who does. That's the potential of the core Abaddon, that you're with your teammates instead of at the backline trying to throw a save, because that's exactly where Thunder Predator want to hit the backline, evaporate the supports, cause them to spread out and create havoc. Lycan's going to be running around somewhere, but if Lycan doesn't get lassoed, if someone of the supports does, then Abaddon's like, well, I'm just going to purge this off, and nothing ever happened. You just wasted your ultimate. Plus the pushing power.
Yep, this is why I called the Abaddon earlier, by the way, because if you can choose between any of the three purges, then the Abaddon suits Lycan the most because of that extra pushing power. Because Abaddon is a really good aura carrier. He's a really good frontliner for these pushes. He enables people with that extra attack speed on the silence as well.
Yep, and now EG ban a lane counter for the Abaddon, making his life a bit easier. The Ursa is gone.
Interesting that Thunder Predator still banned the LC. I guess it's just also a good melee laner, but and good versus melee laners, because Thunder Predator has 2 of them now, but with the Lycan and the Abaddon already up on the field, I don't actually see why EG would go for a third melee core. That would we've seen how that ends up.
Storm Spirit.
Yep. That is definitely not a melee core. The Storm Spirit for EG into the mid lane. So off lane Abaddon, carry Lycan, mid Storm. And Thunder Predator must be thinking, do we put the Bat mid? Do we put the Kunkka mid? What's your last pick going to be? Because EG banned a carry. The Thunder Predator most likely need to pick the carry pick here, as Kunkka and Bat still have to think about the 2-3. The Mars will also like to be playing a core role.
Yeah,
also
I've been
potential...
assuming that Bat is a 4.
Yeah, Bat will be a 4. Jakiro's going to be 5. How do you get the best lanes for TP? If we think about the Mars, would Mars rather go with the Batrider than the Jakiro?
Let me think about that a bit more. Like honestly, you could do this either way. I would actually just say, hey, do whichever combos just feel the lane together the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of these right-clicking heroes have some, like right-clicking cores have
Yeah.
some way of disabling it.
And
There's your damage.
I don't see the Conka Mars working together unless they, because the Conka support in this game is just not gonna fit any of your lanes. Has to be a core. We got the Troll Warlord, but we'll see. Guys, what hero you want to play? All right, MNZ is like, well, I know what I'm gonna play. They're gonna pick the Troll Warlord for him.
It's Matthew, Leo style. Interesting. Is that a support Mars thing?
Offlane Bat, support Mars, mid Conka. Does that shake a vibe in you at all, seeing Mars 4?
I think I agree with it this game because your only function is to get level 6 and then get the Lycan in that arena. That's the only thing you need to do. So
and I also think, sorry for interrupting. It's just
okay, fine. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Take it.
No, I think that mixing up your damage types by making the Bat Rider core is a very good idea because now you actually have damage output in magical type from a hero that's going to get levels, that's going to, scale with it. So I enjoy that. I like this draft a lot more than the previous game draft. I see the point of every single one of these heroes. I think they have a good shot of making it out of the lanes well. The problem is just that I still think that the player quality on these two teams is on a different level. But they have more of a shot this game, and I think they're going about it the right way. So nothing but approval here.
Yep. I do like that Thunder Predator going with more stronger lanes and having a bit of intuition when it comes to playing a Mars 4. And he fits pretty well with the Bat Rider because you're going in napalm stacks. You want to go for that dive at some point as well and just put that pressure on and try and look for a kill. And that spear is going to help you a lot with that. So if you get that one good spear to connect, then wonders might happen with the Bat Rider. Thunder Predator up against the wall. This needs to be the draft that works, otherwise their tournament ends here. We're probably going to get the laning matchups as well. We got the Abaddon actually being played by Arteezy, so it's going to be the carry Abaddon, potentially Manta build, crit with Lycan. So we've seen the Lycan 3 make a little bit of a show in several games now on the pro scene. I think the most memorable one is Lelis Lycan on the off lane. Like he's been an absolute beast with that hero. That was a fantastic Lycan game as well. And then they're like, we're going to put this off lane. And I was thinking about that. We were having a little discussion with my friends about what do you guys think about Lycan 3? You can hit the backline. You have really high damage output early on. You have really good last hitting potential. You have pushing power. But the downside is, where's your high ground defense potential on this hero? You're too reliant on your ultimate. You have no stuns. You're not helping your team in any way when it comes to defensive play. So if you're playing Lycan off lane, you have to be ahead of your opponent. It's the same thing as if you're playing Lifestealer and Slark. You hate playing behind your opponent.
I agree with that assessment. I'd also add that Lycan is not what you'd call a classical aura carrier, so you don't really have that option of just loading your offlaner up with all kinds of auras and be like, hey, you want to, kill the heart of why we're so strong as a 5-man? You got to go through this tanky boy right here. That's not really going to happen. Like, of course, Arteezy could pick up that slack technically because Abaddon is an extra amazing aura builder, but I don't actually think that he would do that. That doesn't feel like an Arteezy thing to do.
He's not an extra aura builder. He's an awesome bodybuilder.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
And we just can't seem to get Frank back on the server. He's disconnected again. We're gonna still hold the game on pause for now.
Really looking forward to see how he and Matthew play this lineup.
Yeah. I also hope that Thunder Predator can show off a better laning stage, because in all honesty, I have a hard time enjoying stomps when you're losing every single lane.
Yes.
So this draft, like you already said, it proves a much more sunnier game, a lot more potential. And like I said myself, the intuition is there. So if they can pull it off here with the laning stage victory, how do they go from there? We're talking a very strong mid-game lineup and has potential to go late. The Troll is really good against the Lycan eventually in the game. Like, Troll can be stronger than the Lycan in a 1v1 the longer the game goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I enjoyed their strength around this entire game, really. The real problem is that they also have a Storm Spirit to deal with, and that Storm Spirit is going to be protected by an Abaddon. Abaddon Storm is just a great combination. Look at Matthew. He's like, hey, Artur, I'm not gonna hit you. I just want to high five you. And they didn't hit each other at all.
Dance party?
Yeah, there we go.
Fly doesn't care
Fly.
about it.
Fly is a tryhard, man.
He's a tryhard.
Come on. Come on, Tal.
He's not happy. Arteezy's just, you know, why are these guys like, can we just chill? Fly is like, do not respect your enemy. Fight me.
To win, baby.
Oh god.
I enjoy watching the Arteezys who just play along, but I am a Fly.
Frank gets the bounty rune in front of Arteezy's face, so make it 3 for 1. Knowing that he's probably got the aphotic shield leveled up so he can remove all of those napalm stacks as well. The lanes will be as they are right now, so the Abaddon versus the Batrider. And then in the bot lane, we have our Troll going up against the Lycan. So Troll 59 right-click damage, Lycan 52. Pretty even. Then we have the Wolves from Crit 2. Maybe MJZ has a better lane this time. Because that last game was...
So.
I mean, it can only be better in this one than the previous one, but... We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
We'll let time tell. Then we have the mid lane matchup, Leostyle's Kunkka versus the Storm Spirit, and this should be Leostyle's lane to win.
He's always going to do well here, but of course the Storm Spirit, hard to properly bully him out of the lane, as well as that he... nice to see him circle around to dodge a non-existent torrent there. The Storm can always supplement in the jungle, and he is going to be stronger on the rotation.
Yep. Well, at least they get their fair share of last hits to go things off.
Swapping? Or is he just messing with MJZ?
Well, Artur is playing aggressive here. Coconut will go off. The attack speed from Artur. Aphotic shield will blow up as well. Mars is low on HP, but he's level 1 and he's picked up Bulwark. Or the God's Rebuke, sorry. As his first ability. So that bonk, like Kips loves to call it, it's there, but no spear for now. Probably level 2. They can go with the Firefly Napalm Spear combination and try and get a kill. It's not the easiest against the Abaddon though, but Artur's mana regen is very limited on this Abaddon. 1.1, and you can cast the Aphotic Shield 3 times and your mana pool is empty. So he might have to spend some money, or either his support, to just supply him with mangoes and clarities.
MNZ is under the tower.
Yep, and he's getting a courier kill here. Or not. Okay.
No?
Nope. Doesn't want to take it.
Like, you were talking about the difference in last hitting power earlier, but the bigger deal is that MNZ is technically a ranged hero. And that means that he's going to be able to put a lot more harass into crit than the other way around.
He does, and he will do good against this Lycan. Lycan's only sitting on 2 last hits. Kittrek has 2 as well, but I love the way they're playing this aggressive between the tier 1 and tier 2 towers. There's a route onto the Rubik, and MNZ is like, well, there's an opportunity, but the tier 2 tower is going to do a lot of damage. But at the same time, Spear used, Firefly used, and it connects. They find Arteezy and get the first kill of the game. Thunder Predator, ladies and gents.
They are here, and they have woken up. Yeah, that's... I should have been watching that. That's my bad. Because I knew that on this level 3 of the Batrider, they were most likely going to go.
They are pinging out
And
Fly,
another spear.
and they are showing up. Coconut, Maledict, Mars taking a hefty amount of damage. God's Rebuke does a bit of damage.
Bit of lifesteal as well.
Matthew is fine with this though. Now goes Frank. You can't shield them both, so he's just stacking both with napalms.
That's stupid.
Fly into the tower, we'll be safe. Now looking at the bot lane is still a big brawl. MNZ is getting a really good lane against this Lycan.
Oh yeah, he's got a great time. And it's just this Rubik can't spam Fate Bolt fast enough to stop this troll from last hitting. You can always still last hit with your spells, and as I say that,
They didn't even use a spear for this kill. He just bonked him to death.
and I was deliberately not watching the mid lane because Ryoya was doing really well on the last hits. I'm like, nah, it's going to be fine.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah, well, nah to you, Kips.
Frank trying to get some distance from the Abaddon and the Witch Doctor chasing him into the trees. Now Firefly, they will be able to chase him up though. 1, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, make it 4. The shield is there. He needs to get a few hits, and otherwise he's gonna die to this Bat Rider. But there's no damage really, and his Firefly ends. And well, calculations have been done correct by Artur. I'm not sure what maths he did in high school, but definitely enough.
The quick sort, I bet.
I think that was a bit more than quick maths. Jay-Z Kitrak with some dewarding duty. And Jay-Z will get the orbs away. Lycan's still struggling in here. While Leo Style is like, I'm gonna clear Ryoya's camps. Boats available. X-Mark is there. Doesn't use any other ability though.
Again, literally 1 EXP.
2 XP away. Literally just 1 creep. Any creep. Even a deny will not save Leo Style here. There we go.
Did you have to spoil that one? Literally 1.
I guess you could say it. It's technically the same thing. Any creep that dies, so yeah, literally 1.
You are correct. Technically, which is
Technically, we're both technically correct, so let's not hate on each other for that crit. In a bit of trouble here, they've got some damage on him, and there's the root as well, but does he get the right-click damage out? Nope, not the ranged attacks, not going to be enough. Also, the debuffs run out. Kitrak, yeah, doing some really important work here to keep his buddy alive. Meanwhile, Abaddon speared onto the wall. Or the trees even, and gets silenced up. Matthew, right-click contest. There's a creep wave around R2 though. Meanwhile, they find Frank's Bat Rider. Maledict is up, and Ryoya should get this kill. There we go. He has it. 1 for the Storm Spirit.
I understand that the Bat Rider is going into the jungle. They're trying to find out where the Storm Spirit went. They want to mess with him really hitting the gas on that farm. But that is... yeah. It's risky because, as you can see right there, Matthew, he can go toe-to-toe with Artur, but he can't pressure Artur enough to make sure that Fly needs to stay close by, so... a little bit of a miscalculation from Frank there.
Level 6 Abaddon hasn't actually leveled up his ultimate yet. Still holding on to the point because, you know, if he levels it now and 1 creep hits, his ulti will pop, so he's saving it. So this is a smart choice not to quickly rush into your ultimate point because it's just gonna pop and it will go down to waste completely. Pops his shield. Meanwhile, Frank, they're on the hunt, looking for Fly. Or then just a creep wave next to the camp and farm both of them for that extra juicy gold. Meanwhile, jungle item, Fly, can he take the mango tree? Yes, he can, so he steals the enemy neutral item for himself. And Lycan is coming in with the ultimate as well. EG looking for the turnaround. There's the coconut onto Frank. Leo Style throwing in some right clicks as well. He can't kill off this Witch Doctor. He's going to have to use a bit more spells to make sure that's going to happen. Now comes MDG as well, coming in with the slows. And they will lose Frank. And Leo Style is still alive with the TP. Is it going to be enough? Do they have any cancels for it? No, they don't. He's gone.
They get out pretty lightly there.
Heavy rotation.
From EG, yeah, absolutely. At least the Storm was in the neighborhood already, but Crit just wants to get involved with anything right now. If you look at the net worth, He is not doing well, so he has to retreat into the jungle now, but he's sharing that with the storm.
A lot of traffic going on in the jungle. On the positive side, they have more neutral items than the enemy does, at least for the next 10 minutes. Or 7 minutes even, once we get that 15-minute mark for the next ones. And R2 Ulti still on cooldown for 15 seconds. Here comes the Kunkka boat. And Abaddon is history. Leo style with the kill. Ice Path almost connecting onto Fly, but Frank is around. Coconut only connecting onto him. Nobody nearby to bounce it off from. And with the Tidebringer, plenty of damage. And Frank will just right-click him away and leave the kill for M&Z. The spinning axes, the whirling axes will finish it off. And they will go straight for this top tier 1 tower. We are seeing a completely new Thunder Predator, and it makes me happy.
It makes me happy as well, especially, you know, EG bringing 3 cores to the top lane, and Thunder Predator says, you know what, we can do that too. Get the kills, get the tower, and they're going to get to hold their bottom tower as well, so this is not even a trade. This is all because both of EG's cores are jungling right now. And Abaddon is not a hero who fights early. In fact, he definitely isn't if you are going for a Radiance build. We are in it for the long haul.
This looks like the classic offlane Abaddon from like a year or 2 years ago, where you would always go pause 3 Abaddon and just go with the Radiance. Well, MJZ gets taken down by Ryoya, and Thunder Predator, they want to take this outpost for themselves, and they will secure one of them. So both teams having one. Okay, shapeshift was just a scare.
Farming shapeshift.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
under
fine.
stupendous.
Farm shift. Third, nah. Just, you know, taking use of that jungle. It's there for farming. X mark onto Fly, and that's a dead witch doctor. Pretty sure about it. Tidebringer.
He keeps living.
Nope. 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 I take my words back. Fly,
a
absolute
liver.
hero. That man is an absolute unit.
He is. So, Leo style in the mid lane. They're bringing the Troll Warlord in as well. They want to push on this catapult.
Taking damage.
I'm not sure if Ryoya is going to let them go. He has a DD.
Stole an ice. Oh, he stole the boat. He's got Ghost Ship.
Oh.
Ghost Ship on Rubik is a big tool. If they can just get some teammates around, but there's no shapeshift, and Artur doesn't feel like fighting. He's gonna
Leo's
have it.
style is a big tool for getting that stolen.
Oh yeah. I don't think that should have happened. But that is a big spell. They can still hold on to it until their other cores are finished off with either their next items or the levels, like in keeping the push alive in the bot lane. He wants to keep that catapult up and running so he can take the maximum benefit from pushing this tower. MJZ, here comes Frank as well. Crit, no way of escaping, but yes, some teammates coming in. Ryoya goes in. There's the Macropyre rolling down to the ground as well, and Frank will fall first. Crit still holding on to a shred of HP, and Leo Stahl coming in. There's the X mark. The torrent is there. Boat's going to be available in 1 second, and no, he fails the torrent. Ryoya finds MJZ. Leo Style is maledicted up. He's going to have to use the boat. Doesn't get the buff from it, though. But that maledict's not going to be enough to kill him either.
So the boat.
Kitrak was trying to look for him if he could just get that combo of his Fate Bolt, boat, telekinesis. Just have that stun, have the follow-up stun, and the nuke damage. Just absolutely crazy, but doesn't get to use it yet. But at least they got some usage out of the DD Storm Spirit. So Ryoya getting a kill in bottom, and Frank has problems with his ISP.
But so does Fly this time. At least Arteezy's house is not on fire anymore.
Oh yeah.
That's a definite improvement.
Yep.
And they get back at exactly the same time? Huh.
And
well, not Frank.
Yeah, not Frank. It's not the first time. Fly is ready to go. It's like, can we just go 4v5?
Don't have all day. Still need to wash my hair.
Fly, ridiculously good performances in game 1. Trying to keep up that hype train for the second game as well in the series. I don't understand how K1 so farm on this hero. What's your take on that, Kips?
I also don't understand how K1's so farm on that hero. I can't
Facts.
say that I'm very often on the same level as Arteezy, but here I'm glad our turret just feels the same as all of her other mortals. It's like Hector just invents farm out of thin air.
We're gonna
We
need
don't know how he does it.
we're gonna need a next level theory crafter to talk us through with the Abaddon carry and how he can pull off so farm on this hero. So let's see if somebody comes up with a new Abaddon 1 guide or something. Who knows what's gonna happen with that. And here comes Matthew. Boat
Here is the
is
solid boat.
there. The green ghost boat is enough. And he even stole God's Rebuke for that tiny bit of extra splish and splash.
Radiant's middle tower is taking
Kitrax
Now-
feeling good.
He is feeling good, definitely, after that one. Troll is leading the net worths with 6k. Right behind is the Storm. Then we have the Kunk at 5,200. So it's definitely looking bright for M&Z. Very good Battle Fury timing coming in as well. And where is Jakiro dying? Okay.
fortified.
Well,
Classic
behind
Storm.
a very deep dire ward.
Yeah, classic Storm gameplay. Helping out his Fly using all of his abilities. And Crit has been X-marked. Under Predator, looking for an opening. Here's the Morsel. He's speared onto the wall. Here comes M&Z, but there's a coconut. There's a boat. And there we go. Crit and Kitrack both go down. Thunder Predator find 2 kills, and they're looking for a third, and it's Fly. Frank is gonna follow up on this Witch Doctor. But there's no Firefly for 4 seconds, so he uses his Flame Break. And are we gonna see the turnaround coconut? Not today. Doesn't even get it. Matthew just spears him.
In the meantime, MNZ just casually chops down the middle tower. You're doing good, and I just want to say that that demonstration right there is exactly why you picked the Mars into the Lycan. It's just you throw up the arena, and it's like, oh, what's he gonna do? Nothing. And you don't often say that about a Lycan.
Well, he's working on a Dominator now with the Necro 1 build, so this is that some people like to go with the Necro first and then build the Dominator, or then you build it the other way around. So you go Dominator first and then into Necro 1s. What do you feel like is the best way to go when it comes to Necro books and Dominators? Do you want Dominator first, or do you want Necro book first?
I'd say Necrobook first, just because the amount of mana regen you get from it helps so much with sustaining you. And Dominator is a team fight item. You're not usually going to fight 5-man that early. You can wait with that a little bit.
Why? He's holding sentry here, watching on MNZ, pinging his location. Kitrack is also looking for it. Torrent is there. Steals the Berserker's Rage. Alright. Show us some of that melee Rubik gameplay. Meanwhile, there's a fight breaking loose. They find Fly. Will lasso the support to death.
Yeah, that's not a fight. That's just, beating someone up behind the bicycle shed.
Yeah. Well, at least on the positive side, Kitrack's got plus 10 movement speed. Actually, plus 30 movement speed even. That's even better. Very hasty Rubik who can just walk in fast. That's like, he stole a spell, which is a free Windlace. And they're gonna go straight to Roshan. So Thunder Predator have found a new phase in this series. I feel like they've recovered from their upset in game 1, and definitely with this draft and with this gameplay,
He's
putting
coming to
EG in a
contest
hard place. But we can get a proper team fight here. It will be now. Almost have a Bloodstone ready on the Storm Spirit. He is 1 item away from finishing it. He's got the money for his Vitality booster or his energy booster. DD rune as well for Matthew. And EG not feeling comfy yet. Same thing with Thunder Predator, just leaving the Roshan there. They do about almost 3,000 HP, 3,000 damage to Roshan, and they're like, well, we don't have to force this. And
Yeah,
they're smoked.
You know what? We'll leave the old man to his house and his cheese, but was hoping Kitrak would have some wards in them over here as well, but they were really just looking for a
They
pick
see
off
Leo.
under the tower.
Artur just going for the straight advance. Keeping up the 3 stacks on the tower. Does reset, so it doesn't go for it yet. Ryoya moving around. DPs are coming in. Abaddon gets controlled. There is Mars as well. He's going to hold on to his ulti for as long as he can. Good lift from Kitrak, keeping them away. Under Predator, there are no blink daggers available, so they're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Run and chase. Ryoya on the high ground. Under Predator realized someone's been there. They are pinging his location. Don't stay for too long, Matthew, if he gets a good spear. Nope, he doesn't. Ryoya just jumps out. Jumps out of harm's way. And Storm's going to get his Bloodstone up. So that's a positive sign. And Abaddon's Radiance is ready. EG
Now
are feeling
we can
it.
see how K1 gets so far. And yeah, I do think the Thunder Predator let that momentum that they had out of the laning stage go a little bit. Especially that overreaction on the top tower there, bringing everyone in when they can't really catch anyone. That's just an
200 gold.
economical loss. Okay, that's an economical game. But
Rider TPing in on the mid lane. They've got Kitrak, and they can start things off with this Rubik pick off into the Ice Path from the Flame Break, and all the damage is there. The Macropyre used and everything. Don't want to leave Rubik to steal any of their spells. Maybe open up into a little bit of a push. Let's see if they want to do that. Imp Claw has been picked up. Troll's holding on to 2, actually 3 neutral items right now. So he's going to throw away the Talon at some point. And when they need to fight, they'll put the Vampire Fangs, as he does. And he's TPing straight towards top, and a good catch. It's Artur's Abaddon. The Radiance has been revealed. Mars ulti. Abaddon has nowhere to run. Nowhere to go. 5 versus 1 secures the kill for Thunder Predator.
Yeah, a little bit surprised again that they bring in everyone, but
it opens Roche.
In this case, it opens Roche. That's good, and that's also what he's got those Vampire Fangs for.
Meanwhile, EG get a tower trade in mid. Might even get a tower trade in bottom with Crit just holding up the auras. The Necro units to punish this tower, but at the same time, Aegis will be going in the way of the Troll Warlords. MNZ most likely going to be the one picking it up. Have that Troll to frontline. And make EG's life a bit more horrible.
What happens after you die?
Absolutely. This is the kind of hero that you can just fight around. Oh, he found himself a nice stack as well. Did he just drop an Aquila?
Comes Ryoya. He's trying to snipe the Troll Warlord here. Does a nice amount of damage to start things off with. Ice Path doesn't quite catch Hearteasy. Kitrak, he doesn't steal the Ice Path, but he's got the dual breath. MJZ gets jumped on, and that is a really quick kill for EG. Jakiro will be up in 30 seconds, though.
Dragon pays the price for MNZ over-positioning a little bit, but was MNZ really over-positioned if only his support dies? That is the question. So now Thunder Predator have a really good grasp on this game. You can see Frank, he's got his boots of travel, he's going into a pipe next, just to be able to deal with the damage output from the Storm Spirit, as well as surviving up against the Radiance from Arteezy. So he's carrying the auras, and
damage output coming in from Ryoya. This could be a kill. Lasso's available, but Frank doesn't want to use it actually here. Not really gonna save him from anything. There's no building to TP to. He will lose his life. But they know that Ryoya is not gonna be here for this fight, so MNZ initiating here with Abaddon. Arteezy is gonna go down. Maledict, is it going to be enough? One more tick. Nope, it's not going to even pop the Aegis. And here comes Ryoya trying to go for MNZ. The Necro units are there as well. The Shapeshift will kick into MJZ, will go down. They will take down the Aegis as well. And now Leo style. Suddenly Thunder Predator, all their heroes are down. MNZ is surrounded by hostiles and will end up losing his life. Now he does. Leo Style is the last survivor. Batrider is spawning now, but there's little comfort. He's still TPing onto this wave. He's trying to come to the rescue for Leo Style, looking for the torrent. He does actually get the connection here. Ryoya still chasing onto Kunkka, will take him down, and now Frank, we're just throwing bodies at EG, but can they pull it off? They've killed off 2. Can they kill a 3rd? He just can't get the crit, and Ryoya just takes it away, and it's a godlike spree for this Storm Spirit. And just like that, all goes to hell for Thunder Predator. EG, despite losing their Radiance Abaddon, they win the fight. Full team white.
They had to put the ultimate of the Mars into actually getting the first life of the Abaddon down. And they overextended in the process. You could see the entire fight just sort of stretching longer with the supports lagging behind, and then the rest of EG comes in. They cut from behind, and it's just the troll left standing. A little bit overzealous.
Well, EG will definitely punish for that. They take the top tower too. They have a DD on Ryoya as well on the Storm Spirit. And if only they get vision on their enemies, as they do. An idea that there's a ward down there. Fly will protect it with his life because Kit Track and Crit are ready to go in. Shapeshift is up. All the ultimates are up on EG. Tor will just happily farm this mid wave and keep the lanes pushed in. Top wave, Frank is trying to cut it down so it won't go to their tier 2 tower. Fly and Artur can't get there. And now back to the push. No Style shows up.
He's a very hard target.
Now there's an Orchid on Storm. We're gonna see a snowballing Storm Spirit right now. If it's not already snowballing, this is the time where the Storm is really gonna destroy that backline. That Orchid's gonna be very deadly. Mars has Yules. Is this just to not use his ultimate, and once Abaddon pops his, it just Yules him in the air and buy time?
Yeah, for example, it's even core Marses have been buying this. It's a great
crit.
tool.
Pops the shapeshift. They jump the DD room, but we popped as well, and MNC dropping onto low HP. Artur in the middle. They got a really good ultimate here from Mars, but Abaddon just pops his ultimate, so we'll get stunned, but Ryoya will go down, and MNC will take that streak for himself. MNC does get hit by the stolen boat. Fly coming in the ultimate as well, and they will take down 3 heroes from Thunder Predator. And just like that, Batrider and Mars forced back onto the high ground. EG, they might lose their Storm, but they take 3 heroes for what?
Ryoya is going to be salty about that. He got immediately netted by the Troll Warlord and chopped down, but he did tank so much damage to the rest of his
Frankie
team.
boy.
Good kill, Thunder Predator, and that's going to be high ground. Look at our crew's attack speed.
They're trying their best to keep them away. Matthew just trying to frontline with this Mars. It only works so far.
That's a good idea.
He will Yules himself up to the air, but they have the damage to kill off this Mars. He does use himself an Essence Ring. It's not going to be enough. The Maledict will finish him off. Macropyre on the ground doesn't even kill the Witch Doctor. Leo Style has all of his abilities on cooldown. And Fly's just gonna TP away in the trees. Torrent, oh no, he won't. Ice Path, Torrent, the damage is there. They get a support kill, but they lose their tier 3 anyway. How do you come back from this, Kips?
You get that BKB on the Troll Warlord. They've been waiting for that for like 5 minutes already. And once they get it up, well, crit first.
And he just got a shapeshift of cooldown, but by the time Troll finishes his first net, there's no more escaping from that.
Well, that's going to be a pretty nice bonus towards that BKB. There it is. So you're going to take a fight on this timing, 100%.
He will go for it. Smokes will pop. They find Ryoya. Can he get the Yules? He does. And the spear needs to connect, but the Orchid! He got silenced before the spear could go off, and Matthew's ultimate is out for 60 seconds. EG, though, they don't want to take a fight right now. They're going to wait for their Lycan to come up. They might go for a fight right after that, and Frank is nearby. And Ryoya Very deep jump here with the Orchid, but he's the guy who can definitely pull off these moves. And Matthew's like, where do I throw this spear? Do I throw it at all? And Ice Bath was really good,
Great
catching two
macro
heroes as well. The spear doesn't connect onto the wall, though, only connects on the hero. And now a disarm on the Abaddon, but he doesn't really care. He's just burning them all alive. Thunder Predator are just getting demolished. It's Arteezy. The BKB will be popped on the Conquer. They will pop the BKB. The Troll as well. The turnaround, the damage as well. That's coming out, but the ulti from Abaddon will keep him alive a bit longer. And MNZ doesn't even need to use his ulti. The BKBs will be used to get some kills. And you guessed it, it's Arteezy, Clifteezy. Once again, what are you going to do with your Abaddon? You just manta dodged yourself on top of a cliff. We've seen this before, but if they can win this fight through there, that's one way to do it. But no, Arteezy will go down. Two heroes down from EG. Ryoya trying to make his way out as well. He does have to reach him, but he's going to go for another jump. He doesn't care about it. Escaping from this battle. Well, he dodges the Ice Path well, and now he silences MNC. He still gets rooted up the ground. Is he going to make it out? The Orc ulti, he jumps out of it. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care at all. And he is juking Thunder Predator here. The coconuts are there. Fly wants to kill Jakiro. And the wolves are chasing, and they are knocking at your door. They will take him down. The lasso onto Crit, however, and he will be pulled all the way to the high ground. Leo Style and Frank should make sure that this kill happens. Crit is dropped really low on HP. He's just going to man fight against Conquer. Does get disarmed up, and they will lose the Mars in this fight, but unbelievable. So many surgical points happening from all players on the field.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like from the moment that Macroplier goes down in the choke point, and Artur storms forward to give his team the time to cross that threshold fast, as opposed to getting stunned again in that huge amount of AoE damage, that's just really nice. And the way that the pieces move afterwards, Arteezy ending up on the cliff, the fights over on the side, I am very much enjoying myself this time around.
I think that was also a big turning point for the fight as well, because Abaddon couldn't get his right clicks. He couldn't silence anyone. It could have been so much different if he actually got to fight, but no. I didn't see exactly what happened, but I saw his Manta on cooldown, and I feel like he was either pushed by the flame break, or he Manta dodged himself onto the edge of the cliff and bounced up.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't quite see it either, just because there were a lot of things going on. Maybe I'll go back and look for that. Did he do it to himself? It would be the funniest.
Yeah.
So that's a scenario I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, because that's funny, because that's usually the enemy putting Arteezy on the cliff, but this time he's like, well, I have plenty of experience of battling in the mountains, so this is my home advantage right now. He did get a few hits off when the troll got close enough, but just this Abaddon's just not dealing that much right click damage to be a threat when you have your BKB on. Then again, Thunder Predator, they hold for now. Roshan is going to be up in 20 seconds.
There's double BKBs on the cores of Thunder Predator right now, so they're very well geared up to fight, especially with also a pipe on Frank, and he's just also going for the physical damage protection. He's saying, screw it, we're buying all of the auras today, so also a Crimson Guard in the work, which will also tank him up nicely.
The scan, they will find someone on the high ground. And Roshan has respawned. Troll's Courier doesn't actually show that Rosh is up.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's inside the pit, but it's not showing enough.
Like, if they go for it now, I don't think EG really wants to fight. There's
but do they know it?
Very close for Ryoya. Arteezy's very close to a Basher. If you go now, they're going to be upset. But
Kips, do they even know if Roche is up? Because the courier is not actually showing vision.
I don't think they do.
I've been looking at that for like the last half a minute.
There
we go. Okay, now they know. Now they definitely know that Roche is there.
That's 30 seconds gone. That's 30 seconds gone, and now Artur is on your midwave, and you're sitting here like, going on this? Like, Artur is such a bad target. They lost fights before, because they went on Arteezy.
Gotta find some options how to take this fight as well against EG. Thunder Predator.
Well, EG is smoked up.
All right, they
for
go.
the rush?
They're both smoked up. They're both in the rush pit at the same time, and now they see the couriers coming out of the pit. They know that they're inside, and now Mars has the opportunity of a lifetime to throw a really good ultimate and lock them in. But our Crit's just smartly moving around. He's trying to bait it out and walk out, but MNC is already dead before Thunder Predator gets anything done here. They were waiting for the Mars ultimate to happen, but instead it's the apocalypse that happens before they do anything, and Crit was the guy. He pops his shapeshift. He goes in and out, like, use our ulti. We're just gonna dodge and walk out of it. He never get it off, and Troll just died. They did 7,000 damage, and Thunder Predator did 300. That is absurd. What the fuck just happened, Kips?
Well, I'm just so confused. Like, Matthew, you've got a Yules. If Crit is dodging in and out, you Yules him. That's one of the reasons you got that item in the first place. You Yules him, he stays nice and put, you drop down a really big house.
Well, they're pushing high ground now because of that. Troll's gone for 30 seconds, and now the mid-racks will be going for EG. RTZ leading the charge once again. Melee racks down. They can't go for megas. This is their tier 2 still remaining in the top lane, but EG will go for a second lane of racks definitely because they can. The pushing power's on their side. The glyph will be used up as well. There's a cheese on this Abaddon. So he has technically 2 lives. He has 3 lives even in this case because he's got his ultimate and then he has his cheese right after. So let's see which one he's going to use up first. He's going to go for the jump on the Mars to get the silence out, so he won't be able to use the use his arena to keep EG from escaping. And EG are going to do exactly that. We are going to escape.
I call it quits for now. I think they should still be afraid of a big arena coming in and MNZ actually getting to wail on them with that BKB, with that Basher. If you look at the net worth, he is still a formidable presence, and everyone knows that a Troll Warlord can solo entire teams given the opportunity. Play it safe for now, but this is just also EG style. If they're going to go back to choking, they have a Storm Spirit with the Aegis on it. As soon as a good fight presents itself, they'll take it. If a good fight does not present itself, they'll go all the way to the end of the Aegis, then spend it in a high ground push. And they will farm up all the time in between.
They're looking for Leo style here in the top lane. They are surrounding this top area. Ryoya goes for the jump and finds the Kunkka and goes for the silence as well. He's a tanky target. He still has his BKB, but he can't get it to force it out. And that Halberd on the Storm Spirit. Won't be able to right-click him for more, but that's still going to lead into your tier 2 going down. And still holding on the cheese. Still holding on to the Aegis for another 2.5 minutes. And that is the time for EG to strike.
So they got your last outer tower now. There's not really any way for Thunder Predator to get out of the base, but they do have a crucial piece of the puzzle in their own hands. They have a Bat Rider. And going high ground against a Bat Rider is never easy. This one does not have a Blink 4 staff. But at the same time, if you get out of position, you get dragged out into the base, it is totally still a possibility. You can't ever forget about that. Arteezy is just walking up the high ground.
And they're smoking up in the back line as well. They're going to use Arteezy as the bait. He will get back to action. Now he has the items he needs. He has the Abyssal Blade as well, so he can jump on the targets that they need to focus on or control them even more. Who do they go for? Arteezy just toying with them right now. He's trading hits because they can't really fight them back, and Frank will get jumped on by the Storm Spirit. He will get Yuled up into the air. Matthew lands the spear, but he doesn't connect onto the wall. He just pushes him down from the high ground. Now Crit is Arteezy. Wait, Arteezy's been bit by Crit, so that's another wolf in the front line. Is the Abaddon turned into a wolf, and he can't get it out of the arena. And there's the lasso. Ryoya's going to be in big, big trouble, but he does have that Aegis. There's another torrent coming up. The Aegis will pop as well, and MNC will drop really low, and they will take down the Troll. He pops his ultimate just in time, and he will regenerate himself and just fight against Arteezy. Arteezy pops the cheese as well and trying to get himself alive. 21 seconds until he has his ultimate available, but he won't be able to use it as that fight is still going on. Ryoya just pops his BKB and wants to fight onto MNC, and MNC trying to make his way out, but he will go down and will lose the Troll. Troll, he He's got his buyback available. He's still down for 80 seconds unless he wants to use it right now. Matthew will get pinned onto the wall. Kittrack is doing work at the back lines with this Rubik. And now also Ryoya in the middle, and he starts to make a way. Fruga out with his crit as well, and crit won't be able to escape like the rest of the EG heroes. Ryoya will get thrown into the air once again. They will spear Frank away from him. Storm Spirit 300 mana. He won't be able to escape this one. No, they will lose the Storm Spirit in the end as well as he gets X-Mart on the spot, and they will take him down. 4 heroes gone from EG. They will take the bottom racks, but Thunder Predator, they hold. They hold.
They hold again, and yeah, like cute ags from Crit there, but you know, if you bite a Baton and he turns into a wolf, the truth is that he's still getting countered by that same dang Mars ultimate that just holds all of them in that place. And oh man, honestly, I did not expect it to actually work. I was half expecting Matthew to forget to pop that entire arena of blood again, but he gets it down. His team gets the fight. The only problem is now that MNZ used his buyback, and he does not have an Aegis available anytime soon.
MNZ pushing the bottom lane. They take down the tier 1, going for the tier 2. Thunder Predator going for a Hail Mary here. Probably one of the last moves that they can do in this game, and they want to take advantage of this push, knowing that the Storm Spirit is still down. RTZ might have extended a bit too far. He does not have his cheese right now. He tries to Manta dodge the ice path. He won't be able to. He pops his ultimate very early. Mars is held up in the air, so he won't be able to get his Mars ulti off. The arena still stays there, and Frank, he is maledicted up, so they are gonna go backwards. They know the Lycan's gonna be up, and Storm might buy back even if he had 15 seconds remaining to respawn. Oh, and look at that. It's a leveler for the troll. But he's not gonna use it, so I guess it's because they can't really push that much, so they don't get to use that building damage.
I'd still say that he should probably keep it in his inventory in case that he...
Yeah, if it turns into a push, then why not? I mean, who's gonna...
Because I don't think anyone else is going to use it either.
Storm also finds one. That's going straight for Artur's, like, I want that. But if he doesn't get it, then who does? Bat Rider? Conka? Wait, what is... Bat doesn't have... Wait, Bat gets Spell Prism. Yeah, definitely. That's really good for him. And Ninja Gear.
Trolls should keep the leveler in his inventory. There's no doubt about it.
Troll's holding on to the Illusionist Cloak, and he's actually putting it on, so we can see some very nimble plays coming out from this one. They didn't want to use... Wait, what was the one that dropped for them? Yeah, the Ninja Gear. They don't want to use it, but Ryoya goes for the jump right away and finds Matthew with a Mars, and Mars is already half HP, but he does survive for now, and he still has his heals available, doesn't need to use it. And Storm Spirit is also there, and they will take down the Jakiro. Goes for an instant buyback. Matthew with an ultimate, and it's zoning them, so while Abaddon is inside it, they will focus the Storm Spirit on the sidelines, and there's the stolen ulti as well, but it's not going to be enough, and they lose 2! Ryoya and Kittrack will both go down, and Thunder Predator will find some kills of their own as well, and Storm is gone. They will lose the Witch Doctor too, but Storm has no buyback. He's gone for 90 seconds. Right now, is he... No, he's not actually even getting the leveler yet on the Troll Warlord. He is getting your quarterstaff.
Okay. Let's just leave the leveler, all right? MNZ is forgetting about it. We're forgetting about it.
Right.
This is the leveler is not happening. What is happening? That we just watched a huge boat completely destroy EG while they were getting absolutely wailed upon by this Battle Fury troll, just melting 2 people down. And now he's hitting the mid tower, and I bet he would really wish he had an item that we're not going to talk about.
True. But Storm has no buyback for 45 seconds. He can't afford it. He's like 400 gold short from it. There's not even bounties on the map, and that's exactly what Artur is trying to do here. Secure the bounties so we can get the money to get our Storm back in action. That tier 3 tower will go down, and Thunder Predator will take their first set of racks. Well, okay. Repair kit and Leo style gets caught as well.
He's a hard target, though.
Can't afford to lose the Kunkka here. He is tanky. He is strong. EG must be feeling the pressure right now. They can't afford another loss like they did against 4 Zoomers. in their previous series today. Roche is up at 5 seconds as well, but the fight will break loose. They will find the Congo. Leostar will be the focus of it. He will pop his BKB right away in the start. And the front line is going to be tripped with the Lycan. They will focus the Lycan down. They will go on him right away. And Rayoya coming into the fight as well. They're doing a lot of damage as well with that zap. But that zap is not going to be enough right now. And EG are on the run. They jumped in and instantly disengage out. And Thunder Predator, they find Roshan. They find Roshan spawning in front of them.
The DD room.
Oh my god. DD as well on this Troll Warlord. So perfect. Rayoya. Does he know this is happening? No, he doesn't. They're going to take it. They're going to take it. They've got the Aegis. They've got the cheese. And is there a third item? Anybody get Axe buff or anything? Yes. Yes. We have an Axe Conker. We have an Axe Conker buff.
All right. It is time for the Torrent Storm.
This is a 12,000 gold lead turning into a 9,000 gold lead for Thunder Predator. 21,000 gold has been lost from EG in the span of the last 7 minutes.
And I don't think Thunder Predator are done. Leo style Kunga is so tanky, there's absolutely no way to chew through him. And that means he's going to be providing all of his utility to the massive damage of this Troll Warlord. He's built a butterfly. He's put the Basher in his backpack because he doesn't have the space for it right now. What a damn luxury.
And on the courier... Wait, where's Troll's courier? Abyssal Blade. And at the same time, Kidrak will go down in the bot lane. So we have an Abyssal Troll. We have an Abyssal in the backpack.
That's just flexing.
That's just flexing. Let's see. Can Thunder Predator pull it off? They've been doing it. The Lycan is no longer a problem. The Storm Spirit is the key to this team fight. Artur, Abyssal, MKB. He's had the Abyssal. He got the Leveler. Oh my god. What the... I can't believe I missed that kill. That's a really bad big T-Tours right there. But the Storm Spirit's gone this time. He does have buyback available. And going straight onto the high ground as well. The repair kit. Look at that. It doesn't even matter that you're creating your own melee racks. It's not going to work. The buyback coming in from Rayoya as well. They will spear the Abaddon onto the wall. Nemenzi will lose half of his HP. But he's still holding onto an Aegis. So you got to remember that. And at the same time, they got the Lycan ultimate coming in as well. And they might just get an opening or do that. Crit doesn't want to turn Abaddon into another wolf if they don't work out the previous 2 fights. And with that buyback force, Thunder Predator is like, we're out of here. They didn't even use anything there. Conker still has every ability available. The lasso's available. Are they toying with EG now?
Well, toying's a big word, but this is the right way to play it. You retreat, you see if maybe someone wants to poke their nose out, you know?
Frenzy has a stun coming on Abaddon. Not taking
got the
any...
Leveler, finally.
No, damn it. And there we go. Yeah, he has the Leveler on as well. And now focusing on the Troll. He is Glimmer caped up. A spear keeping the RTZ Abaddon in the fight. Aphotic Shield's been used. And he is scouting. He is scouting. They could zap. Rayoya coming in with the zap. Can he take the kill of the Troll Warlord? No, he misses it. Oh, pixel accurate, but not enough. That could have been a perfect Aegis burn.
That was a very good guess, but not quite good enough.
EG still can't really go that deep. Sitting in front of their base.
You know how I said before that Frank only was an aura machine and he didn't have that blink dagger force staff? Part of the 20k swing was that he does now have both of those items up. UG's got to be real careful about whose noses they show.
No, and they came with such vigor into this series, and now Thunder Predator just looks like a completely different team. The longer the game's been going, it feels like TP have been mustering their inner strength and EG's been wasting energy. They must be feeling exhausted now.
Tribute to my house.
They are
Many
gonna
of these
go.
players have been way more exhausted before, though.
They are trying to get some pressure happening here in this top lane. Now,
First time that we see EG move up in a while.
yeah, have been on the defensive for quite some time. Thunder Predator holding in the tree line. They know that the wave is pushing in. Kunkka going with the X mark. The Radiant scan onto the high ground. Knowing that this is the position the Dire team would most likely be in. Abaddon is the bait. They're very spreaded though. But they know Abaddon is not the guy to go on. Even how spread they are.
I mean, if you get a Blink 4 staff there, I think you can actually bring him down. At the very least, EG would have to jump all the way up until your base.
Aegis expired on the troll.
Yep.
Back to boots. Back to boots. They're trying what little they can to level down this troll warlord. They're still trying to go for him, knowing that this is a risky target to go at. They drop him to half HP, but he's got 27 HP regen. That Abaddon's gonna regenerate back to full HP in no time. Still no decisive moves from either side, despite TP being in a 13,000 gold lead. EG are holding the back, and they're doing the smart choice. They're gonna go for the flank at the back. And Artur is being the sentry. He is the guardian on the high ground. But do they see them coming from behind? They might just get the jump, and Kittrek is right there in front of them. They will go onto him as well, and they will take down the Rubik. Abaddon is also there. They will go for the lasso. Frank has found some targets for himself, and Ryoyo coming into the fight as well. The Witch Doctor is dropping low. They will take him down as well. The Vita coming in from the Rubik as well, and now they're back to 5 heroes, and the fight will do. They will get the ultimate from the Kunkka. There is a massive ultimate, and they're doing a lot of damage. They do manage to get crit into safety for now. RTZ trying to trade hits. Ryoyo coming into the fight as well. They would pop the ultimate from the troll. Can he chase down RTZ? He's too fast, too furious. He can't catch him, and now he turns around as a wolf form. They get the spear, the stolen spear from Kittrek, and now Ryoyo, they're coming in. They want to take down this troll. The troll is low. They will take down MNC. He's gone for 120 seconds. They go at Frank as well with the Apuso blade, and Frank will fall. Frank will fall. And the buyback coming in from the troll. EG, they come with their support buybacks. But they win the fight, and it makes Thunder Predator feel like we still have a long way to go in this game. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. They couldn't win that fight. They killed the supports, EG. They buybacked on them. They came back to the fight. They turned it around. This is all about the supports making the plays in this game.
Oh yeah, Matthew got the absolutely perfect arena there, but his team just didn't have the damage to kill both wolves, even though they were locked in the same arena together. So they only get crit, and at that point, that's arguably the less impressive wolf. RTZ is the real deal, and he gets to survive through all of that instead.
Ooh, well, I can tell blood pressure is rising on probably the players and me and you and everyone out there watching this, because this is still anyone's game. 3 buybacks, all for Thunder Predator. EG 0. And EG know the next mistake can cost the game. Potentially might even cost the series, because that would mean that we're still going to a third if Thunder Predator get the tie out of this. And this is exactly the longevity I'm talking about. A team fighting for survival in a tournament doesn't want to get knocked out.
There's always something extra in the tank if you reach deep enough, and I think that Thunder Predator is definitely showing that right now.
There's a cheeky courier. Troll is baiting the Crete wave with a courier to keep this lane from pushing in. Arteez is even trying to find him, but no. I was actually the Satanic on the courier, but he was pulling the Crete wave at the same time, so that's, you know, smart little moves. Probably unintentional, but it worked really well there. For a second, RTZ will be found, disarmed right away in the face by Leo Style.
Frank's looking for something else on the
MNZ,
side.
this Satanic can really make wonders here. And he's gonna go straight up to the Mars, and he's got a lot of damage coming in as well, but he's not able to take down the Mars. And now Martizi still throwing in hits. They've got the Troll Warlord held in place. There comes the ultimate as well from the Mars, and they manage to keep them in place for now. At the same time, the backlines, Ryoyo will be caught inside the Ice Path. There's so much things happening at the same time. Matthew will fall. Leo Stahl being chased down by RTZ. RTZ is still throwing in hits. Ryoyo just teasing the Batrider, keeping him away from the fight. Mars coming in with a buyback into the fight as well. He wants to reinitiate, and there comes Abaddon. He will be turned into a wolf. They know that if they want to fight, they fight this now. They win this game right now. Leo Star will go down as well, and now we're in this Mars. Mars is dropping low. He might just turn this fight on. He's held in place. The buyback coming in from the Conquer as well, and they managed to get the Abyssal Blade, but he hits a siege creep with the Abyssal Blade, but he gets out. He gets out with the wolf form on. They get the buybacks from Matthew and Leo Style. EG are making Thunder Predator pay the price, and EG are back in the net worth lead. 51 minutes.
Believe Artur got out there. That's not allowed.
I'm not sure if he tried to Abyssal Blade the guy next to him, but he ended up hitting the siege creep, but he got enough distance to run out.
Exactly. He just wanted to get out of there, man.
Ryoya trying to make some crucial moves here because he thought that Thunder Predator are going to rush Roshan. They could potentially take it themselves. And the only buybacks. RTZ actually has a buyback now, so that is very useful to have the Abaddon come back for a second time. And into the Roshan pit we go. There are 4 items. There is Ags, there is Refresher Shards, Cheese, Aegis. So many items available. And Roshan versus RTZ right now. Half HP. Who's going to make the big moves? Who's going to make the pulls? Who's going to make the calls? Which one? Which team? Thunder Predator or EG? The fight will break loose. MNC, the lasso will connect on the back line as well onto the Lycan, but they got a price buff coming from MNC as well, and the damage onto Frank, and the Map Rider's trying to make his way out as well. The BKB will be popped there. There's another boat coming in from Leo Style as well, and they managed to do a lot of damage onto the Storm Spirit, but he's forced away from the fight. Matthew was also jumping 200 HP, but he's surviving at this time, but the Rena is holding 2 wolves inside there, caging them like animals right now, holding in place. So the Humane Society of the United States is not going to like what they see right here. Leo Style pops his BKB as well. Ryoya coming back. He steals the regen rune. The Storm Spirit's going to regen it back. And now RTZ takes down Leo Style. He chases Frank, and Frank is down too. Thunder Predator for Euros gone. MNC, he's the lonely survivor. And an ultra kill for RTZ. And EG are doing it. And it's GG as well. It's a 2-0 series. Evil geniuses take home and continue the tournament. Oh, what an ending to this.
Oh, both teams know. Both teams know that Roche with all of those items on it. I was thinking where that Refresher Shard could go. It would have been game deciding no matter what, no matter who gets it. So they give it their all right there. And once again, just a beautiful arena from Matthew. Beautiful ice path from the Jakiro, but it is simply not enough. There's so much HP to through on EG, and they just don't have the damage. Just a single core lineup against a triple core lineup, and it's not enough. Oh, but what a fight.
RTZ pulls out 77,000 hero damage to bring home the W, the 2-0, dropping Thunder Predator out from the tournament. And despite the rough mid-game part, or late mid-game in a sense, where we saw a dip for EG turn to Thunder Predator's advantage, it felt like, whoa, what is happening here? What is this team that suddenly came out, like, after such a long time of being in the bushes, hiding, and being scared of their opponents, and then suddenly being the dominant ones? But still not enough. EG just outsmarts them when Thunder Predator's like, we have momentum, but we know what's at stake. And EG just kind of like let loose all the pressure and felt like if we just hold our heads calm, we can pull it off. And they did. And they did. An absolute fantastic display. And I felt like the supports were the ones dictating which team's going to win this fight. I mean, win every fight pretty much.
Absolutely. Like, so many really important lifts coming in from Kitrak, and then especially Thunder Predator. Both the Jakiro and the Mars did so much heavy lifting, and you could see when they slipped up that Thunder Predator did not get to play the fights the way they wanted. On EG though, Ryoya definitely with the mid-game plays, and RTZ, he's just unkillable in the end. What do you do about an Abaddon with this much net worth? Nothing.
Well, that means that our series also come to an end for today. Thank you for tuning in, and EG will continue in the lower bracket, and 4 Zoomers will go into the upper bracket finals. That also means that the one game that was scheduled to move to tomorrow because the European players need to catch some shut-eye, we have Business Associates going up against Crazy tomorrow. If this is accurate information, it's sitting at midnight CEST. I have no idea what that is in American time, but it's the same, pretty much the same time that this series started. So maybe an hour before that. But you know, go figure. I'm not really good with time zones. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. It's T-Panda and Kips. We've had a blast. We're going to continue on tomorrow with some more exciting NA action and hopefully some hype games. Take care of yourselves and see you tomorrow.